Stay tuned for Campbell County's premier sports talk show. It's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLEF. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Campbell County's premier sports talk show. It's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLEF. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Campbell County's premier sports talk show. It's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLEF. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Campbell County's premier sports talk show. It's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLEF. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Campbell County's premier sports talk show. It's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLEF. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Campbell County's premier sports talk show. It's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLEF. Stay tuned.
The views, opinions, positions, or strategies expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, or advertisers of WLEF.
You've tuned in to Campbell County's premier sports talk show. Jake Miller Sports Talk is on the air from now until 8 p.m. Call into the show by way of 423-562-1450. Jake Miller Sports Talk starts now on WLAM.
It is Jake Miller alongside Matthew Moore, Caden Poston, in which it will be your final episode for a couple of months.
It will, man. It will. We're starting a basketball season next Tuesday night, home opener, and I'm going to miss y'all for a couple months. But I'll still see y'all on the sidelines on Friday nights, and I'll still be on the show after basketball season ends in October.
Absolutely, and we think we have all bases covered as far as making sure that we're good while you're gone.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for those who are going to step in and get involved with that. We're actually going to be joined in this show by a slew of players. We got about 6-7 guys in here. Got to get with the kids, right?
Hey.
That's how it is. But we got a couple of guys coming in, and we're going to be talking about what their expectations are, what it means to them to play for Campbell County High School in their senior year. And we got a couple of juniors that we brought in as well. But it's also the last show that we will do that does not involve talking about a football game that has already happened. Every show from here on out, there will be a football game played, and then we get to talk about that and then preview the next one.
That's going to be nice.
So we're going to get back to the full 2 hour shows. That way you're not having to sit here and hear me talk about Tootsie Rolls, Reese Cups, and Oreos for the last 30 minutes of the show. We just decided it was best if we just didn't do that. So we kind of cut out a little early, but it is okay. Campbell County taking on Lenoir City tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at the Hill. Guys, I don't know about you all, but I've got to see this team practice. I've got to see them in scrimmages. I've got to see them in the Jamboree. This is a substantially different team than what we saw last year. Now, there's probably someone at home sitting, oh, well, what do you know? I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess I've been around the game enough to where I can see a drastic difference in not only the skill that these guys have, but the attitudes as well, the discipline that these guys have, the way they're coachable. The kids are willing to learn. Everything about this is different. Something is going to happen this year. Something good is going to happen this year. Now, I'm not going to come out and say that we're going to make the playoffs right off the rip, but it's going to be drastically different than what you saw last year. I mean, even down to the uniforms. Everything is different.
Yeah.
Literally everything is different.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different vibe around this team right now. Being able to be a part of that and being able to cover that is going to be a blessing this year for sure.
Well, I mean, they're hungry. They're hungry to win. And, you know, we talked about it last week and the week before. This team is just, like I said, they're hungry. They went 0-10 last year. We know that. But listen, they're hungry. They're sick of it. And they're ready to go out here on tomorrow night at 7 o'clock and come out here and get a win. I mean, they're hungry for it. Everything's different. The culture's different. You know, they've worked their tails off this summer, worked their tails off in scrimmages, worked their tails off to get to where they're at. And, I mean, it starts tomorrow night. And like you said, I truly believe, and I agree 100% what Jake said, and I'm not just saying this because Jake's sitting here, something special is going to happen for this team. They've worked too hard for it not to happen.
Absolutely. And, of course, guys, Jake Miller Sports Talk is brought to you by our friends at Rusty Wallace Honda, 109 Callahan Drive in Knoxville. Guys, have you all got a chance to look at some of the new SUVs and crossovers that Honda has put out?
No offense, but
You not look at cars, Caden?
well, I've been up this valley for most of the week. I don't get to drive the interstate a lot, so
No, you pretty much just drive the back valley road and go to the house, don't you?
yeah.
Matthew, have you taken a look at any of the new Hondas?
I love Honda.
Absolutely.
I love
All my
Rusty
family
Wallace.
drives are Hondas.
You love Chad Campbell too, don't you?
I love my Chad.
Did you just say I love my Chad Campbell?
Yeah.
Oh, Chad, I apologize.
I love you, Chad.
Anyway.
He's taking me in a limousine to your wedding. He already said.
You got to be there before he does. Anyway, Rusty Wallace Honda, the intersection of selections. Guys, get over there, get you a new car, go lease one. They have tons of new and used cars available. Go check them out, rustywallacehonda.com. All right, Caden, are you ready to preview this game?
I'm ready, man.
Okay, so tell the tape. Campbell County comes in this game coming off an 0-10 season.
Yep.
A team that got outscored by a lot
Yep.
last year. You know, there was even a 3-game stretch in which we did not score.
Yep.
And it was very hard to watch. We'll call it like it is. It was hard to watch.
Yep.
Then you also look on the flip side of that. First game Campbell County had last year was against Lenoir City, in which Campbell County got absolutely trounced 43-7. Now, the start of the game,
It was on fire.
it was a pretty good game, not going to lie. And then they gave it off to this little running back, number 21, Caden J, and he just
Took it off.
He did. 209 yards, 11 carries, 2 touchdowns. He is returning. However, Lenoir City has since hired Rusty Bradley as their head coach. Now, he won state titles at CAK. He coached at Grace. He's had a couple of different stops since then. And one of the things that stands out the most when you mention that name, the first thing that comes to mind is the quote-unquote spread coach. So he's going to air the ball out. And when I say that, I mean 95% of his offensive plays are going to be through the air.
Yep.
95%. So what does that do to the equation when you have a very talented running back in Caden J and you're now running a full-blown, like, we're going to air it out offense.
Well, I think it could hurt their offense too. I mean, I'm not trying to shame them and that, but when you have a threat like that, you would think they would use that threat a lot more. You know, is that going to get in his head, and is it going to help our defense out? I really think it could help our defense out. I mean, you think about this. Georgia a few years ago when Nick Chubb got hurt. I'm just saying, he was the biggest threat Georgia had. We knew that.
Yep.
And, not shame. That was a horrible, nasty injury, what happened. But when that happened, it took away that threat. What did it do? It picked up our defense. So, him airing it out might help us some tomorrow.
It very well might. Now, one of the things I did want to go through is, everyone wants to talk about the 0-10 season that Campbell County had last year, but no one's talking about the 2-8 season that Lenoir City had.
Yep.
So obviously, game one they beat us 43-7. Well, then they go right down the road and play at Loudon. They lost that game 46-10. Then they have Oak Ridge at home. They lost that game 56-6. McMinn County lost 52-13. East Hamilton lost 45-14. Gibbs 56-14. Ray County 46-0. Walker Valley 63-7. Ooltewah lost 35-28, and then they pick up a 3-point win against Saudi Daisy to end the year. So it's not like Lenoir City turned into this powerhouse after Campbell County beat them. Now, obviously, they had some issues firing a coach before the season even ends, and now they're on their 6th head coach in just as many years. So you have guys down there that have had a different head coach every single year that they have been a part of that program.
Kind of sounds like here.
Except this year.
Except for this year.
We have a guy that has now been here. This is his second season.
Second season.
And somebody that wants to be here, mind you. But, you look at this game tomorrow, the guys to watch out for, obviously, we mentioned Caden Jay, and he's going to be a threat, and I think we all kind of expected that. But then who are some of the other guys that we need to watch out for as well? You look, and they actually have announced their captains. McGuire Hurst, number 0, is going to be a captain. He plays linebacker, and then you got 2 linemen in Ben Simmons and Cass Satterfield. Those are going to be your 2 captains. Now, their quarterback, I don't really know a whole lot about. Just don't know much about.
Is it the one from last year?
No.
Okay, it's a whole different guy.
Yes. So, we don't really know what to expect out of quarterback play. Now, I can tell you that during their scrimmages, Matthew, it looks like we got a box showing up on the screen there. He's getting it. I think he is. Anyway. But when you look at everything else that is culminated to this point, I think that you look at the scrimmages.
Yep.
Campbell County, obviously, Seymour was not our best showing, and the guys admitted that. And, Silas even said, that was a game where he was really getting his feet up under him and seeing what his guys could actually do.
Well, I mean, you got to think. Game 1, scrimmage, they ain't nothing going to go right.
No.
I mean, it's impossible.
That's why you scrimmage.
That's why you scrimmage. So, you got that game, get out of the head, you got it out, get it out of your head, you move on.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the Barberville, think about the Max Boster's catch. I mean, touchdown, you got a 21-21 game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we go down to Carson.
A very good Knox Central team, by the way.
A very good Knox Central team. Then we go to Carson Newman, and we go get a win.
Mm-hmm.
This team is building together.
And really might have had 2.
Yeah, and you just got to think, things are going to start clicking. Things are going to come together, And, we know Lenoir City's going to be a good football team, but we can beat them, and we can. We proved it last year. We start off the game, like you said, we start off the game really hot. Then the running back had his running streaks, and we couldn't stop him, which is part of the football game. But this team's stronger. This team's mentally stronger, physically stronger. They're clicking. And if people will understand that, things are going to start coming together for this team.
And then, of course, last week I saw head coach Taylor Omby coming off the sideline. The first thing he does, he gave me a hug.
I love my Coach O.
I'm just like,
he's so awesome.
Can you stop calling everybody your...
He's my best friend, man.
I'm going to tell him you said that. But, seeing a different side of him in the team huddle after the game.
Yeah.
And it's like you saw a look on his face. It's like he knows that he can get something out of these guys, and he's going to get it.
Yep.
Like he's going to maximize the potential of this team.
Because he's built a family culture. You cannot have a football team that hates each other. you got to be there for one another. And that's
Because if you hate each other, it shows.
yeah, and it shows. And when you're in today's world, it just feels like, it's all about me, not about team. It's all about I, but you can't spell team with an I. It's all about together. So it's impossible to play any sport without being a family. So I feel like Coach O in the last 2 years has brought that culture, in his own way with his staff.
Shane Brown has commented, not sure if high school gambling is promoted on this show or by any self-respecting person really, but I have Campbell County at plus 18.5 according to the Massey ratings. Lenoir City's gone through more coaching turnover than Campbell County has over the past few years. Shane, that is a really good point. One thing that we had alluded to earlier, basically what he's saying is, and you look at the Massey ratings and they are predicting a Campbell County loss, but the Massey ratings don't go off of what you have right now. The Massey ratings go off of what you had last year.
Yep.
And really how they come up with these predictions, I don't know.
Well, last year's over.
That's the thing is last year is over.
Last year. That's why I'd say last year.
And we can call this like it is. Shane Brown is very critical of a lot of things. If Shane Brown is saying hammer Campbell County at plus 18.5, you need to rock with Shane Brown.
Yep. Whoever this guy is.
I know who he is. Really nice guy, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to meet him.
No, you can't. You'll tell everybody who he is.
I'll meet him one day.
Speaking of telling everybody who they are, let's hit a quick break. When we return, we're going to talk with the Campbell County Cougars of this year. Stay with us. Jake Miller Sports Talk continues right here on WLAF.
Let's talk about Slick's Barbershop. At Slick's, they believe that getting a haircut shouldn't just feel like another errand on your list. It should be something that you actually look forward to. Whether you're coming in for a classic cut, a tight fade, or a traditional straight razor with a hot towel, they don't rush the process. They take the time to do it right. They got Nelson, Skylar, and 7 in the chairs. And they are dedicated to delivering top-tier work every single time. If you want to step it up, ask about the Manor Special. It's the full treatment. Hair, beard, eyebrows, and a splash of premium cologne to finish it off. They also do a great job on the father and son package, which is perfect for keeping you and the young man looking razor sharp together. More than the cuts, it's about the atmosphere. It's a place to sit back, talk, laugh, and walk out feeling brand new. They bring that classic barbershop tradition to the modern day. Walk-ins are welcome, or you can skip the wait and secure your spot online at slicksbarbershop.com. Stop by and see them at 1409 Jacksboro Pike. Looking sharp, feeling confident, that's how I feel. They'll see you in the chair. Look, folks, whether you're driving out to the big game, hauling the camper across Campbell County for a weekend tailgate, or taking the pontoon out to Norris Lake, your ride takes an absolute beating. The road, the dirt, the lake grime, the spilled energy drinks, it all adds up, and frankly, it just looks sloppy. You need a professional defense, and that's exactly where Blue Detailing comes in. Located right here in Jacksboro, they're your premier heavy-hitting auto detailing service. What I love about the crew at Blue Detailing is the sheer unbeatable convenience. Don't have time to drop your truck off at the shop? It's a non-issue. They offer full pickup and delivery services, so you don't have to miss on a single minute of the pregame show. And it gets better. They have a dedicated mobile service. If your boat is already docked down at Indian River Marina or your RV is parked and set up for the season, guess what? Their mobile crew is standing by. Cars, trucks, RVs, boats, they run the table. I'm not the only one throwing flags for these guys either. They boast a flawless 100% recommendation rating from their customers. They are always open, always working, and always ready to make sure your vehicle looks like a first-round draft pick. Don't let your ride the bench looking like that. Get on the schedule today and give Blue Detailing a call at 423-912-2974. That's 423-912-2974. You can also reach out to them at bluedetailing@gmail.com. Make the right play. Call Blue Detailing and tell them Jake sent you.
Campbell County's premier sports radio and TV talk show is on the air. This is Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLAF.
WLAF 100.9 FM, 1450 AM. Pleased to be joined by the Campbell County Cougars. Guys, how are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Absolutely. And, of course, for some of these guys, it's going to be their last first game of the year. Coming up tomorrow night against Lenore City on the Hill, 7 o'clock. Tyler Cook, you are now entering your senior season. What does it mean to you to be able to don the pads for one final year?
It means that I get to play for the community and the football team.
All right. Kyron Anderson, you have made significant jumps from the time you have started up until now. What would you say has been the biggest lesson that you have learned up to this point?
I feel like I've learned a lot through Coach Allen and 5 a.m. speed trainings, and I feel like I've had a lot of one-on-one with Coach Allen, and he's helped me to stay disciplined and get to the ball and all those things.
All right, Silas Weaver, how are you, sir?
Doing good, you?
Absolutely fantastic. Much better than the last time you said that Joe Milton was your favorite Tennessee quarterback. But it'd be like that sometimes. Silas, you're going into this year. You're leading this team. You are the quarterback, and everything is going to fall in your hands every single play on offense. What's it been like, adjusting to that, and how do you plan to keep your mental state going forward?
Well, I think at first it was a little hard, going into the Seymour game, but as we continued going into the Knox Central and the Jamboree, I think I started to just realize we do it every day in practice, so same thing in the game.
Max Boshiers, entering your junior year, you've got meaningful minutes as an underclassman, and now you're starting to step into that realm. It's like, okay, I'm ready to be a leader on this team. What's that been like for you, and what's been your most significant jump?
I'd say I've performed a lot better than what I did last year, and honestly, hitting the weight room a lot all offseason has increased my abilities.
And Sam Sexton, we got you a Just Cheese pizza just for you.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Of course, you're going into your senior season as well, and you had a little bit of a minor setback in the preseason, but it seems like you're ready to just get out there and start making plays and take the ball deep, take the top off the defense, just like you did last year.
Yes, sir. I'm ready to get back into it. I got a little bit in the Jamboree, but I'm ready to get full throttle.
Absolutely. Off to Colton Cup. Colton, you had 3 blocked extra points last year.
Yeah.
How many can I expect from you this year?
Hopefully a lot more.
Hopefully a lot more?
Yeah.
And Braden Graham, I've actually got to turn around for this. My back's starting to hurt. Braden, you got to play some meaningful minutes, too, as a sophomore, going into your junior season, and you're pretty much the king of this backfield. You're the bell cow of this offense. What's it been like for you?
It's been great. First time getting on the field my freshman year. It was new to me. Didn't know what I was doing. Sophomore year, I kind of have some experience under my belt now. So this junior year, I'm ready to, show them what I got.
And what is your message to the community to come out and support you guys? We'll go down the line.
Just be there.
Just be there.
Be there.
Golden.
Expect a different team this year.
I think we're going to shock the whole community.
To be a part of the community.
To expect us to win some big games this year.
Starting Friday.
Not going 0-10.
There it is. All right, guys, we're going to have some fun. This is everybody's favorite part of the interview. I know you two have done it before. You are more excited than anybody about this. All right. So,
Wait, am I going first?
Everybody's going.
Oh.
So, you're broke down.
Okay.
It's late at night.
Okay.
You got a flat tire.
Flat tire.
You need help.
Need help.
Who are you not going to call?
Who am I not going to call? Jaron Wilson.
Cook, who you got?
Kyron Anderson.
Silas?
I think I wouldn't call Kyron Anderson.
I'm going to go with somebody not in the room. Probably Timmy Russell.
I'm not going to call. Come back to me.
Who you not going to call?
Definitely not calling Kyron.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say the same. Probably not Kyron.
All right. Who has the worst taken music on the team?
I don't really know, honestly. Probably, I've not heard anybody's. Probably, gosh, I don't know. I'm going to say Silas's.
Sam Sexton.
Cups.
Probably Sam's because his is made of a bunch of girly music.
I'm going to have to agree with Sam Sexton.
Sam Sexton 1,000%.
Sam Sexton because of Noah Khan.
Hold on, can I change my answer?
All right. What is the number one song on your playlist right now?
Bad Morning by Youngboy.
I'm Not in Love by 10cc.
Dead Fresh by Lil Baby.
Also Dead Fresh by Lil Baby.
Call Your Mom by Noah Khan.
Wedding Dress by Megan Maroney.
Warm Safe Place by Stain.
Interesting. All right. It's my favorite part of this. We're going to give an impression of a coach of your choice. You're up, Braden.
Oh, gosh. Might have time to think about this.
I think Colton Cup's ready.
Colton, you ready? Colton, you got it.
I'd probably go with Coach O. I mean, it's every time like something's all right. God almighty, guys, get it together.
Also going Coach O. Overcome, adapt, and adjust.
Probably Coach Drummer. He's always telling us, and he's asking us, he's like, should I lower the standards because I will? It's definitely Coach Drummer. Like, he'll come up to me and be like, am I coaching you too hard? Am I being too hard on you? You know, he wants you to say no, obviously.
Right.
Coach Drummer is definitely the easiest to do. Now, I expect greatness.
Coach Allen. If you guys want to be here, just go home.
Did he tell you about a ticket yet?
Yeah, he told me about a ticket too. Sit in the stands.
All right, and guys, when we look at everything that has happened over the past year, the first thing that's going to stand out to everybody as soon as they sit in the stands tomorrow, we got new helmets and we got new jerseys. How we feel about the new jerseys?
I feel good about the new jersey. I like the way that it says the Hill on them in cursive. So
I gotta agree with Tyler. Like when you put the Hill on your chest, like it shows like a lot of pride in what we're playing for and who we're playing for.
Yeah, it like helps signify that like we're here to protect, our community, and they're here to, support us.
That's a big word for you.
I just like that they're not bright orange and they're blue.
I think they're great, and my favorite part's the Hill on it because that's the community we're coming out here to protect.
I'm gonna have to agree. They know what we're defending when we come out there on Friday nights.
Yeah, my favorite part would definitely be the Hill. That's who you're playing for. Playing on Friday nights. You're playing on the Hill, just defending it. So.
My favorite part about it is, guys, and you can ask Matthew, I am the biggest uniform snob that you have ever met in your life. My favorite uniform? Anything that's got the standard block numbers and cursive writing on the front. I mean, I like Adidas. But here's the thing. The white ones, they do look good. The white ones are all right. But the Nike uniforms that Tennessee had, I hated that number font. And because of that, I will never buy another Nike article of clothing.
Not even Nike sweatpants, Nike hoodie.
No.
Wow.
I feel like that's a hot take.
That's hard.
That's a hot take.
It's Adidas or Lulu, man. That's how it is.
Lulu. That's what he's going on right now, I guarantee it.
What, Lulu?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Going down the line, what's your favorite athletic brand?
I'm going to have to say Nike.
Oh, man.
Nike.
Nike.
Nike. Nike.
Puma, shout out LaMelo Ball.
Also Nike.
I just want to say something different.
Nobody said Big Baller brand.
Oh, no, Big Baller.
Oh, you don't know what Big Baller brand is?
No, it's LeVar Ball.
Oh, man, we're going to have to educate these guys at some point. All right, going around the room, who has the worst taste in food? Someone says, hey, let's go eat here. You already know what they're about to ask. You know where they're going. Who are you saying no to right off the rip and why?
Colton Cup. Because all the time I see him just drinking sweet tea, and I don't know what he eats.
Drink,
but
not a food.
I know, but I don't know what he eats. Just Colton Cup.
Sweet tea. Probably Silas. I can't think of anyone else. He never wants to eat anywhere though.
Anyone who says sidelines.
I'd probably have to agree with Silas on that.
Silas.
Kyron.
Silas.
Man alive. All right. So going around the room one more time, what has Coach Owenby and his staff meant to you in your journey as a Campbell County football player?
It's meant a lot to me. They have showed me a lot. I've learned a lot from them, and I hope I still learn a lot more, these next 2 years.
It means a lot, going back to last season after going 0-10. You think some people give up, but, they just kept grinding even through the season and pushed us even harder in the offseason to get better.
It means a lot to me. They've not just helped me grow on the field, but outside of football, just as an individual.
It means a lot because they're just always there for us, and they'll always be there for us.
I think it means a lot mostly because, like, the way they go about coaching, like, they coach every single player differently. Like, they know, like, how each individual should be coached.
To go off of what Sam said, like, even off the field, like, they've taught me, like, how to be a leader and, like, how to show discipline and, like, how to be there when you need to be.
Same thing like Kyron said, but whenever I came, I didn't know really how to run the routes right and all that stuff, but now it's just we're ready to go and helped all these guys too. So.
And one final question for everybody. Are you guys ready for tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is your Campbell County football team presented by our friends at Charlie's Pizza, 423-562-0116. Let them know you heard about it right here on Jake Miller Sports Talk. Stay with us. More Jake Miller Sports Talk on the way. Charlie's Pizza in Jacksboro is my favorite place to get my pizza for every Tennessee and Campbell County game day. Let me tell you a little bit about Charlie's, okay? First of all, they've been in business since 1976. That is 50 years of serving Campbell County and ensuring you get the best possible experience when it comes to your game day cuisine. If you want to know what to get, it's simple. Get just the standard pepperoni pizza, but then there's a little kick that you can add to it. And what you want to do is you want to add buffalo sauce, red pepper flakes, and an extra layer of cheese. That's Jake's way. That's the best way to get your pizza. Charlie's Pizza, Jacksboro, Tennessee, 423-562-0116. And let them know you heard about them right here on Jake Miller Sports Talk.
America's best pizza is just right here in Campbell County. People from all over the country travel to Campbell County for Charlie's Pizza. Maybe it's the handmade crust. Maybe it's the fresh ingredients. Or maybe it's just the friendly service and good times. Come see for yourself and find out what makes Charlie's Pizza the best around.
This is Joe Evans from Charlie's Pizza. We've been open since 1976, and we have the best pizza in town, so come down and see us.
Let's talk about something we've all experienced, but maybe you don't think about quite enough. You are simply not the same you when you're too hot or too cold. Think about it. When you're in a room just sweltering in sweat, or if you're wrapped up in layers just trying to stay warm, how well are you really focusing? Research actually backs this up. Studies show that working and living in a comfortable temperature always actively increases your cognitive function, cuts down on silly mistakes, and completely eliminates the physical distractions of fighting the climate in your own house. If you want to be in the best mood, the most productive, let's face it, the most patient version of yourself, you have to prioritize your everyday comfort. That means leaning on our friends at Martin and Effler to take care of your heating and air needs. They're the trusted professionals in their field, and they know exactly what it takes to keep your home feeling perfect. And listen, you absolutely do not want to wait in the dead humid of the summer to make sure that you have your air conditioning fixed when it's on its last legs. A mid-July breakdown is a miserable experience and completely unnecessary. More than that, extreme heat is dangerous, contributing to thousands of preventable medical emergencies and fatalities in the United States each year. Don't leave your family's comfort to chance. Martin and Effler will come out and perform comprehensive preventative maintenance on your unit to make sure it won't fail you in a critical time of need. I can tell you from personal experience that I trust them. I have seen the high quality work that they do, and they do not disappoint. Give them a call today at 423-951-6249. That's 423-951-6249.
Campbell County's premier sports radio and TV talk show is on the air. This is Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLAF.
Back here on the program, Jake Miller Sports Talk, WLAF. Jake Miller, Caden Post, and Matthew Moore cruising along with you.
Had to stretch there.
You know what we're about to be doing, Caden?
Talking about what we learned.
What did you learn from the team?
I learned that them boys are very interesting, and I love them dearly. But there's one thing I did learn.
What did you learn?
They got good impressions of Coach O.
They do. They're also wearing some of the best gear that you could possibly buy.
Oh, absolutely.
That was
J. Miller Sports Talk gear.
That was phenomenal. But one of the things that I did want to bring up, and this has actually been a topic of conversation throughout the community and within the athletic program for a little bit now, because let's call it like it is. When you mention the Campbell County schedule this year, and we'll just run through it real quick. But bottom line, guys, Campbell County has one of the toughest schedules in the entire state. Once again, this year. 3 of the 7 teams that we play in our region, they're top 12 in the state.
Yep.
Powell at number 4.
Yep.
Central at number 6, and Hall's at like number 12 or 13.
And you think about it. Last year we went on the road 3 times in a row.
To start the year.
It
was not fun.
No, it wasn't. I mean, Campbell County plays the best of the best, man. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
And then, of course, Lenore City is tomorrow, followed by Cherokee, and then Karns at home. Then you have a 2-game road stretch, whereas September 11th you will travel to Knox Central, and then the 18th of next month you travel to West. Now, this next game, this is one I guarantee you a lot of those players have circled on their calendar just by how it went last year.
Yeah.
And that is Clinton. That'll be the next home game
rival, man.
after the 3-game road stretch.
It's a rival.
And then, of course, you have Powell, and that will be senior night on October the 2nd will be the final home game. So the last 3 games of the year will be on the road. The first of that last 3-game stretch on the road is going to be at Sweetwater.
Yep.
The next one is at Halls, and the last one is at William Blount. Looking at the schedule right off the rip, let's just go through these first 3 games. Okay?
Go ahead.
Lenore City, we've talked about it enough. We're going to give our predictions later in the show. We've actually got our sponsors' picks. We have Jim Freeman's picks. Matthew Moore is going to pick. You're going to pick. I picked. And we actually have a special guest picker coming in tonight.
Special guest.
Special guest picker in studio in person. Next week, Cherokee comes to the Hill.
I will say this. I think a lot of people have it on their calendar too, just the way it went last year. We got there late. Nothing went right. You all didn't have had some issues.
It was just not a good day.
It was just not a good day overall.
But too, they were also very senior heavy last year.
They were very good football team.
This is the first time they've had a new starting quarterback in 4 years.
But I think I will say this, something that meant the world to me in our players' interview, and this goes about what we're talking about, defending the hill.
Mm-hmm.
These players have bought into that. Cherokee's coming to our place now. Our boys are going to come ready to play.
And then, of course, you have the rivalry with Karns in the 3rd game of the year.
I mean,
you never know what's going to happen in that game.
No, I mean, I've seen Campbell County beat Karns, and I've seen Karns beat Campbell County, but like I said, man, they're coming to the hill. I mean, special things happen. And like I said, really good things are going to happen for this team. We know Karns, they're going to come ready to play. We know they got talent. They've always had talent. But we do too. I really believe that. It's going to be interesting.
And someone else who's paid attention to this team really closely has said they got a really good shot at winning 2 of their first 3 games. There is a path to 3-0 here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to think. You got Lenore City, you got Cherokee right here. Coming off, nothing too heavy, nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy, we're not playing the top 12 teams in the state. We're not shaming those things, but it's not like we're playing Powell first game.
Right.
We've got teams that we can go out here to get adjusted to the game, fix some things, see what we look like against some, our. You know what I'm saying. So I think that Lenore City is going to be a good test for us to run out of the gate, and I think Cherokee is a good test for us to get better as we go into playing Karns at home, a big rival. Karns has kind of always been a big rival between Campbell County and Karns, in all sports. So it's just we're going to really find out how much we progress in the weeks. First week, how are we going to do against Lenore City? How much have we grown as we go into Cherokee?
Well, and 2, you're going to find out how bad these guys want it. Because if they want something bad enough, it will come easy to them.
Yep.
That's something that everybody else needs to take into account as well. It's like, we used to get told this in the Army all the time. And it was by a drill sergeant out of New Jersey. He just straight up looked at us and he said, Private, if you want something bad enough, it will come easy to you. And, I mean, there is a lot of truth in that. And, we talk about the schedule of Campbell County. And, of course, like I mentioned, you got 3 of the top 12 teams in the state on your schedule. You have Central.
Yep.
Powell, Halls. West isn't going to be a pushover by any means. William Blount, they were a fringe playoff team last year as well. And it brings the question, and we all wonder, it's like, why is Campbell County, a rural area, playing teams like Powell, Halls, West? Why are we playing them?
Well, we all know.
What's that reason?
Well, our enrollment, number one.
But why not put us in the region with some of the other 5A schools that are in like Northeast Tennessee, like Sevier County? But then you look at the rest of that, and it's a completely different schedule. Because the first thing that people say is like, we need to drop down to 4A. No, for the love of God, please do not drop us down to 4A. Keep us at 5A. Keep us at 5A. Keep us at 5A. Because if you drop down to 4A, you know who you play?
Anderson County and Alco.
Carter, Fulton, Gibbs, Heritage, South Doyle, Union County. That's what your schedule would be. And it'd be really tough to make the playoffs. Now, you look at Region 1 in 5A. Campbell County is currently in Region 2. You look at Region 1, Sevier County, like I mentioned. Morristown West, who you went toe-to-toe with in the Jamboree this past Friday.
Yep.
David Crockett, Daniel Boone, Cott County, and Tennessee High. Now, granted, you would have to drive to a lot of those games. I mean, it's a drive. We all know that. But if you put us in that region, it would make it more competitive in that region, because then you're going to have teams, trying to get wins and do whatever it takes to get that 4th playoff spot. Whereas in the region we're currently in, it's pretty much like, let's go ahead and pencil in Powell, Halls, and Central, and probably West, and everybody else can just fend for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we know, we have known it for 2 or 3 years now, Jake. We play the best of the best. We know that. I mean, we really do. You gotta think about it. We traded West for Oak Ridge, but not much of a big difference. So it just the level that they have right now. It's tough. It really is. And people's got to understand that. People do have to understand when we play again. It's tough every single night, and it's hard on our players. You got to think, you got bodies being hit every single Friday night and trying to recover in a week with practice, with getting prepped for another game. It's a tough, and you got to think these are still high school boys. They're still going to make mistakes. They're still going to be boys. It's part of life, and I think we do that in college. They're still technically, adults, but they're still young adults. They're going to make mistakes. But there is one thing I know about Campbell County, that we're not going to quit no matter who we play against. We're not going to be scared of a Powell or a West or whoever it is. No matter what, what the internet says or what people say, the community says, this team is bought into that. So I'm really excited about what this year has to bring. I think next year is where we get reclassified. I think that it really is next year. I'm very interested. Do we go to 4A? I don't know. I kind of agree with you. I'm not big on the 4A. They got a lot of talent in 4A. It'll be tough. But there's something about, but at the end of the day, if you got talent, you're going to win. And there's one thing we do have is talent.
Well, and two, I'm just going to walk everybody through what's going to happen with the TSSAA over the coming weeks. So the week of August 31st, they're going to request enrollment numbers from the independent schools, and then they're going to give Division II football playing schools the opportunity to declare that they will participate in 3A. The week of September 14th, they will post enrollments at TSSAA.org. On September 22nd, they will post the classifications. And they will also send a memo to all schools giving them the opportunity to move to higher class and declare an intent to not participate in the playoff series. Now, one of the schools that has done this, Alcoa, is technically not a 4A school by size. However, they have chosen to participate in 4A sports.
Yep.
So they're still the size of a 3A school, but they chose to participate in 4A, and
But
they
they're
still
good-
want a state
They're
title.
good enough.
Now, September 29th, the week following that, that is the deadline for schools to move up in classification.
Yep.
It's the deadline for selecting a protected open date for the 27-28 region football scheduling. The deadline for schools to declare intent not to participate in the playoffs. I don't know why you would do that unless you're Catholic. State office begins preparing district and region alignments. So then on November 12th is when the finalized district and region alignments will be posted. And then you basically have a week to appeal. And then on November 23rd, they release the region schedules for 2027 and 2028.
Do you think we'll go down?
No. No, we would have to lose, I think, since the last time they did the enrollment check, I think we would have to lose over 100 kids. Like it's like 120 kids out of the school we would have to lose in order to drop down to 4A. Now, there is a school, however, that we play that is on the cusp of that. And that is Clinton. Clinton, in their last reported enrollment, had 1,060 students. If you have 1,042, you're a 4A school. So they're right there on the cusp, like basically one science class.
I mean, if they drop, they drop.
If they drop, they drop. Now, then you have, on the other hand, you have schools like Alcoa who have 677 kids in the school, which is a 3A school. They are playing 4A ball. Kirby High School, 698 kids. They're playing 4A ball. And then I think they're the last one. No, actually, Pearl Cone out of Nashville only has 524 kids. They're a 2A school playing 4A ball. Pretty crazy when you really think about it.
You know, I really don't see a difference in 4A and 5A much. In a way, like right now.
You mean as far as talent goes?
Talent-wise.
What about the jump from 5A to 6A?
I really haven't paid attention much to 6A much because I guess we don't really play it. You know what I mean? Not been around it.
I don't want any part of it.
No, I don't want any part of it either. But, I mean, we're not going to jump to 6A.
No.
I mean, we don't have enough enrollment for that.
No, I mean, just for example, one of the schools that is 6A.
No offense to Cam. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying, I mean.
Well, I mean, for example, in order to jump up to 6A, you would have to have almost 1,500 kids in the school.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, you take Farragut, for example. They have over 2,000 kids. They're a 6A school. The biggest school enrollment in the state is Collierville High School, and they have almost 3,000 students.
That's crazy.
That's a lot. That's way too much. But at the end of the day, would you rather drop down to 4A or try to lobby to be in Region 1 with some of those northeastern Tennessee schools?
I mean, I feel like if we can get on the level playing field of like being able to compete, I would take it. And I'm not saying we can't compete now. I'm not saying that. Don't say Caden Poston said Campbell County can't compete right now. We can compete. But I mean, getting to where we have a chance to be able to help our program build, I would do it. Like, be able to stay in.
So I think that the best thing that could happen to Campbell County right now is you don't want to increase your enrollment, or you don't want to decrease your enrollment. That's the biggest thing. You want to keep it where it's at, and you want to lobby to be in Region 1.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I would do it. Stay in Region 1. Don't go to 4A. Because here's the thing. Like I said to you, I don't see a difference between 4A and 5A right now. You got to think. You got a loaded Anderson County team. You got a loaded
Alcoa
Alcoa team. right there. Gibbs is a very good football team. We've seen it. I remember when I was helping on staff with Pemberton, we went down there and we didn't play well, and they came ready to play. And I'm not bashing that team whatsoever. I seen a very good Gibbs team that night, and they've continued being good. They continue to grow. So I mean,
it also helps when you have Morgan Wallen money.
Well, absolutely, it does help too. Tennessee. That Tennessee song helps. But you got to think about. I don't see a difference between 4A and 5A right now with Campbell County and playing Powell. I don't see a difference. You got Anderson County and Powell going at it tonight, and it's going to be a very close matchup.
That game actually starts in about 13 minutes.
But I'm just making my difference. Would rather us stay in a region 5A, go to a region 1 where we probably compete better than we would going down to a 4A class where we might not be able to compete better than we did in 5A.
It's true.
I mean, but I could be wrong. I don't know much about all this, but I do know this. We are where we are right now. And, what happens next year happens next year. But I will say this. No matter what happens, Campbell County will still be Campbell County, and it'll have that pride about itself.
Absolutely. We're going to hit a quick timeout here in just a second. But before we do, I need Matthew to put on his headset because I love talking to Matthew.
I like him a lot better than you, Jake.
Matthew's scrambling for a headset right now. He's like, okay, I'm going to pick this one up. This one will work. This one, oh no, the cords are tangled. The cords are tangled. Oh no. What the heck is going on? I'm not even going to worry about unwinding this cord. I'm just going to snippy to the Velcro, and we're going to pull that cord out. We're going to...
Oh, he must be trying out a headset.
He is going to plug it into the first receiver.
Oh.
The 3-prong extension is good. The single-prong extension is good. Matthew Moore is about to make his presence felt here on Jake Miller Sports Talk. Matthew.
Oh, what commentary, Jake. That's incredible.
I mean,
you used to do that professionally.
Well,
I couldn't handle his voice all day.
Well, here's the thing, Matthew. If you're referencing me going over to ESPN and doing something like that, I have one message for ESPN. That's I will never work for them because they are not going to work me like a dog and not pay me. They'd have me on ESPN 1, 2, 3, ESPN News, ESPNU, ESPN Radio, and then come up with a little puny check at the end. Matter of fact, Matthew, they'd have me on ESPN Deportes. Say, mi español es malo.
I think you could do it.
I think I'd be awesome.
Mi español es malo?
Do a football game in that.
You think my Spanish is good?
Yeah, I like it.
You know what I just said?
No.
I said my Spanish is bad in Spanish.
Well, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know how I passed 100 with 100 in my Spanish class. Well, I do. His name was Adama Sanago, but he helped me a lot. Love that guy.
We do not commit academic fraud on this show.
That's long ago.
I love you, Adama. I hope France is treating you right.
Who's Francis?
He's from France. He played basketball. You remember? Who's Francis? What?
I was playing with you, Caden.
Oh, boy.
Did you have a good day today, Jake?
Not really.
Well, I just made it better.
Yeah. I called Jake earlier. I don't know if we want to get into that. Maybe.
Yeah. No.
I do.
No. We're not going to talk about that. I might get in real trouble.
Maybe in the break.
Yeah, maybe during the break we might do it.
During break.
But as we approach the top of the hour break, I'm really looking forward to the water cooler. Do you have Poston's playbook ready?
After this break I will. We got a lot. We got
ain't got it ready.
We got a lot to talk about.
We're about to talk about this in 15 minutes, and you ain't even got it ready. We have a special guest coming in to do this show with us in the last half hour.
I'm ready.
Imagine you got a basketball game coming up. You ain't got any plays ready. What are you going to do? Get on your phone. Hey, we can do that.
Who you going to get, Coach?
Hey, listen. I'm going to look at him and say, boys, it's all for the King's Donuts. Get them.
No. I thought you were going to say all for the kingdom.
All for the kingdom.
The King's Donuts.
The King's Donuts. Get them sprinkles. I like a chocolate donut with sprinkles.
Shining. Anyway, Caden, I'm really going to miss having you on this show.
I'm going to miss it, man. I really. But listen, guys, I love y'all, and I'll never forget about y'all. I'm actually coming back, by hopefully, at the end of October. But
I just hate that you're going to miss when Rusty Wallace comes on the show. Well, Matthew, should we just go ahead and tell everybody now that it's out of the bag?
Cat's out of the bag.
Nice going there, Tinkerbell.
The Thursday before the Bristol night race, NASCAR Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace will be a guest on this show.
Are you kidding me?
I'm actually serious.
Matthew, you're coaching my game then. I'm just kidding.
All
Who do
right.
we play? When is that?
Matter of fact, I want you.
You're not going to miss your own game.
I'm not going to miss my
Can
game.
you even tell me what number Rusty Wallace drove?
No.
But
I bet it is a Honda.
Honda's not in NASCAR.
Well, you see what I did there? I promoted his shop. Let's see. When is that?
That would be the 10th.
Oh, I'll be at Wynn, guys. Wynn Elementary.
Formerly Wynn High School, home of a basketball tradition.
Yep, the Bulldogs. Tough game that night. Gonna be tough going down there.
You know, we need to get on the show, actually.
What's that?
Wayne Kitts.
Yeah.
Someone that can tell us all about the history of Wynn basketball.
That would be very interesting, especially when I play them that week.
That would be interesting. And then I'm going to have him give a prediction. And
About how Caden Poston might get a technical.
how many technicals do you plan to get this year?
None. I plan to get 0.
How many are you going to get?
Zero.
You're not going to get a tech.
If I don't, I'm not going to get a tech. If I don't get a tech, Jake, you get me Charlie's Pizza.
Matthew, can you put the poll in the field?
Okay.
I'm not getting
Over, under 7.5 Caden Poston technical fouls this elementary basketball season.
Under 7.5?
Over or under?
I'm going to go with under, but more than 0.
What do you think we set it at 4.5?
Yeah.
How many games in the season will it be till I get a tech? If I get, I'm not getting.
Who do you
a
play
tech.
first game?
La Follette.
Second game.
White Oak.
Third game.
Caryville.
You're getting a tech. You will be 3 games in. You will get your first tech.
I won't, guys. I'll be calm, chill as a cucumber.
I doubt it. Anyway,
I don't think I've ever seen you calm during a sporting event.
There's no such thing as a calm Caden Poston. That just doesn't exist.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But I'm relaxing, man. I'm just relaxing. Calm as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber.
Calm, cool. It don't matter. It's
Calm,
the
cool,
same way.
collected. Stay with us. We're going to hit our top of the hour break. When we return, it is going to be time for the water cooler presented by our friends at Blue Detailing. I am looking forward.
I am excited about this one.
I am too. It's going to be a fun one. Stay with us. Jake Miller Sports Talk returns right here on WLAF.
Let's talk about Slick's Barbershop. At Slick's, they believe that getting a haircut shouldn't just feel like another errand on your list. It should be something that you actually look forward to. Whether you're coming in for a classic cut, a tight fade, or a traditional straight razor with a hot towel, they don't rush the process. They take the time to do it right. They got Nelson, Skylar, and 7 in the chairs. And they are dedicated to delivering top-tier work every single time. If you want to step it up, ask about the Manor Special. It's the full treatment. Hair, beard, eyebrows, and a splash of premium cologne to finish it off. They also do a great job on the father and son package, which is perfect for keeping you and the young man looking razor sharp together. More than the cuts, it's about the atmosphere. It's a place to sit back, talk, laugh, and walk out feeling brand new. They bring that classic barbershop tradition to the modern day. Walk-ins are welcome, or you can skip the wait and secure your spot online at slicksbarbershop.com. Stop by and see them at 1409 Jacksboro Pike. Looking sharp, feeling confident, that's how I feel. They'll see you in the chair. Look, folks, whether you're driving out to the big game, hauling the camper across Campbell County for a weekend tailgate, or taking the pontoon out to Norris Lake, your ride takes an absolute beating. The road, the dirt, the lake grime, the spilled energy drinks, it all adds up, and frankly, it just looks sloppy. You need a professional defense, and that's exactly where Blue Detailing comes in. Located right here in Jacksboro, they're your premier heavy-hitting auto detailing service. What I love about the crew at Blue Detailing is the sheer unbeatable convenience. Don't have time to drop your truck off at the shop? It's a non-issue. They offer full pickup and delivery services, so you don't have to miss on a single minute of the pregame show. And it gets better. They have a dedicated mobile service. If your boat is already docked down at Indian River Marina or your RV is parked and set up for the season, Guess what? Their mobile crew is standing by. Cars, trucks, RVs, boats, they run the table. I'm not the only one throwing flags for these guys either. They boast a flawless 100% recommendation rating from their customers. They are always open, always working, and always ready to make sure your vehicle looks like a first-round draft pick. Don't let your ride the bench looking like that. Get on the schedule today and give Blue Detailing a call at 423-912-2974. That's 423-912-2974. You can also reach out to them at bluedetailing@gmail.com. Make the right play. Call Blue Detailing and tell them Jake sent you.
Campbell County's premier sports radio and TV talk show is on the air. This is Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLAF.
Welcome back. Jake Miller Sports Talk. It is time for the water cooler presented by our friends at Blue Detailing.
Shining.
Hit me with it, Matthew. I love this one.
I just love it.
Oh, yeah!
I love this.
The water cooler presented by Blue Detailing. Guys, we have some new uniforms.
I love them.
The Smoky Grays have been announced today. I understand where they were trying to go with this. I understand completely. You want to honor General Robert Reese Nealand.
The best.
Of all time. And there was a way to do this, and I think we might have fumbled the bag a little bit.
Oh, here we go. Me and Clayton Carroll love them.
You love them? What do you love about them?
I love that. I like the white pants. I like it.
I like the use of the logo, the classic UT. Matthew, can we get a picture?
Yeah,
of the
that's what I
Smoky
loved
Grays?
the most was the classic logo.
Now, they used the original block font, which I love. I don't mind a smoky gray. On the shoulder of these, you have Ayers Hall. And on the helmet, they tried to replicate what would be a old school leather helmet.
I mean, I like it.
I
would look good in that.
Posting, no.
I'd be balling and shining like Blue Detail.
I just think there's way too many patches on that. Like, I understand, we're trying to honor the general, but that patch would have been better placed on the sleeve instead of really high up on the shoulder pad. Would you agree?
I mean, I honestly didn't even notice the patch much.
And now, go down, Matthew, to the breeches.
I love the pants. I love the white pants with them.
I actually think those are cream.
Those cream? Are they cream?
I think they're... Zoom in on those, Matthew. I think those are cream.
Are they cream? I couldn't see. It looks white. I don't know, though. They could look cream
It could be
in person.
either or, honestly. I don't really know, because if it's a throwback... Yeah, because you couldn't get a true white back then.
That's true.
That might be cream.
Well, I mean, we did cream for basketball last year.
Yeah, which... Basketball and baseball, I feel like you can do it and get away with a lot more than you could in football. Because the thing with cream in football, what a lot of people tend to forget is you used to have to just wear your whatever color you were. That's what you wore.
Yeah.
Because for the first time in 57 years, when Tennessee plays Alabama in October, it's not going to be orange versus white. It's going to be orange versus crimson.
That's going to be awesome.
I love that. That's actually something that Lane Kiffin tried to do in 2009 down in Tuscaloosa, and Nick Saban told him no. Well, then Lane Kiffin goes to the SEC and says, well, what if I just ignore what he says? You know what would happen? You would lose a timeout in each half, and you would start the half with a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So that's why he didn't do it. But rank the jerseys. Matthew, rank it or grade it A through F.
Can I give it a B minus? It's good, but you gotta leave room for improvement.
Caden?
I give it an A, man.
Give
I
it an
really
A?
do. Here's why. You remember the gray jerseys that we had 2 years ago with Joe Milton as quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Those were hideous. Those were very good.
Those were not good.
That's an
Those
A.
were an F.
Yeah, those were.
The ones last year were a D.
I liked them last year.
This I would give a quadruple C minus.
I give this an A, man. I like it.
I just don't like it at all.
Well, it don't like you, Jake.
You know what that looks
I'm
like?
just kidding. I love you.
You know what that uniform looks like?
What?
Like the women in San Antonio. Shout out to Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Anyway, who else is ready for some funny news?
I'm ready, man.
All
Water
right.
cooler time.
Imagine getting on a bus and seeing a sheep. Matthew, you ready for this one?
No.
So, in Germany, an escaped sheep boarded a parked bus and took a trip through a giant-sized car wash before being reunited with its owner. The police said on social media that the sheep escaped from its pasture and wandered onto bus company RVM's property, and I don't even know how to pronounce that. The sheep climbed aboard a parked bus that had been left unlocked and was discovered by the vehicle's driver when they returned to do a walkthrough for litter. It says RVM contacted local police and the rancher, who was identified as the sheep's owner by a plastic tag in its ear, comes gets a sheep. Bus officials say that sheep took a ride through the facility's bus-sized car wash while waiting for its owner to arrive. The animal remained calm and cooperative throughout its brief bus trip. Could you imagine getting on a bus and seeing a sheep?
First of all,
I would freak out if I walked in my truck and saw a spider.
oh, I would too. I would die.
Imagine seeing a sheep. Like you just get in your car, you don't see it, all of a sudden you go to put the car in reverse, bah!
I'd buy back.
You would not. You actually, Matthew, could we get an AI generated video of Caden freaking out after finding a sheep in his car?
I got a feeling it's going to be on.
Zach Lloyd, get on it.
Technically, you probably could.
I mean, technically we could.
Yeah.
You know,
What else funny happened this week? Other than the fact that people are still clowning on Jaden Daniels for wanting his number 5 to never be used for anything else.
Man, Jaden Daniels, man. Like I said, he's just mad. His girlfriend left.
Who does his girlfriend leave him for?
You got to watch the show last week, guys.
Got to watch the show last week. That is your water cooler presented by our friends at Baloo Detailing. Guys, if you need anything done to your car, your boat, your RV, they have a mobile detailing service that will bring it right to you. Check them out on Facebook. Give them a call today, and they will get you
shining
365 days a week.
Shining.
And that is that. It is time
Oh,
for Poston's Playbook presented by Rusty Wallace Honda.
Shad. I love Shad.
What do you hit me with this week, Poston?
Let's talk about the road, man. The road.
The road.
The road. So, you know, I was in high school, and Campbell County basketball was playing at Central High School. And one of my best friends now, he was an assistant coach at Campbell County High School at the time. And he was, everybody knows him, but so we were, everybody knows Jake Lane. Jake, Hey, Jakey. I love Jake. Congratulations to him. He just got married not long ago.
Good for you, man.
Good for you. And so we're playing Central. By the way, Jake Lane is a former alumni playing basketball for Campbell County who has been to Central all 4 years. Okay. So we're going that night. So him and his girlfriend at the time and her friend went. We all go together.
Okay.
So we hit the interstate, and I noticed that we take a turn. So Jake's former girlfriend at the time was driving. Me and Jake was sitting in the back because Jake was working on college exam, and so and Jake had the directions, and we're going. And I noticed we take that turn at Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
As you go to where Cracker Barrel is at.
Of course.
And I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And I look at Jake. And I'm like, Jake, I don't think we're going the right way. I look on my GPS.
Where are you all supposed to be going?
Central High School. We're not supposed to be going through Lake City. I don't know why we're going
Central. Knox Central?
Knox Central.
Like, as in Knox County, Tennessee?
Yes, Bobcats.
So why in the world was he getting off on the Lake City exit?
Because he put it in. Just listen. So I'm like, Jake, we're not going the right way. I said, we need to turn around. We're not going the right way. He's like, I think we are. We look on the phone. He's like, I think we're going the right way. Well, and I'm like, Jake, we're not going the right way. We're not. He puts in Knox Central, Kentucky on his phone.
Did you all get on 75 and head north?
Let's just say Jake got in the vehicle and we made it right but when the boys were warming up.
How far did you all go? Did you all go back up 75?
I think we did.
Do you even know which way you went?
No, honestly, it was dark. I just know Jake said, let's get in the front. And to this day, he calls Brandon, and I know Brandon can tell the story better than I can. He calls Brandon, and he's like...
I know he's listening, too.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, I'm going to be late. And Brandon's like, why are you going to be late? And not like in a rude way, but is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, I put Knox Central, Kentucky on my... He's like, Jake, you've been here 4 years in a row, and you still... Yeah. But it wasn't my fault. I try to tell him, listen to old Posty every now and again. You know,
I would trust Caden with directions. I actually would.
Especially the restaurants.
By the way, have you ever Googled yourself?
Yeah.
You know what pops up for me?
Let's see it.
It's a picture of you dressed all spiffy, looking like a young Donald Trump in that left picture. Then there's a picture of Noah Smith.
No way.
And then there is a picture of one of our football players that is a preseason Bronco Nagurski Trophy watch list player.
That is actually pretty cool. Caden, post. Hey, there's me on senior night.
I don't have touchscreen.
No, you don't
pay for it.
That's okay. There's me getting interviewed. There's me.
I guess that's you playing a guitar, isn't it?
No, that ain't me. Nope, that guy's about 60 years old. Jake, get your eyes.
Poston,
fixed.
he might look a little bit younger than me, and I'm 31.
I mean, you do look a little, but I wasn't gonna tell you.
Matthew, did you hear that?
So Matthew, what would you do?
It's the last time you're gonna see me on this show for weeks. Then you do that. I'm playing with you, man. I had to give you a hard time at least once before you left. Love you, Poston.
You get, hey.
What?
Wrinkles show.
What?
Nothing.
Better not be.
But I ain't done with post. We got more to this.
Keep going.
We got more to this.
Yeah,
we got more to this.
Yeah.
We got more to this. One time, we this actually happened to me not long ago at Valley View Elementary School.
Okay.
So we're practicing basketball, and actually, it happened to me 2 days ago. Actually, I forgot how painful basketball can be when you're coaching and playing. It's two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I played with some people Tuesday night, and I woke up Wednesday morning feeling like I've been ran over by a Rusty Wallace Honda car. I was walking like a duck.
Why?
Listen, it was tough.
Is that Poston's playbook?
That's Poston. Here's your recommendation. If you haven't played basketball since your senior year, full-blown basketball, just hang it up, man.
What would you like to say to Chad Campbell right now, one of your favorite people?
Chad, listen, I love you, man, and I appreciate you. Why don't you come pick me up in a limousine and take me to Jake's wedding?
That is Poston's Playbook presented by Rusty Wallace Honda. Guys, I want to give a little bit of a personal story in regards to Rusty Wallace Honda for this live read. Of course, we do live reads after every segment that we do. And this one, I wanted to give more of a personal testimony about my story with Rusty Wallace Honda. So back in 2003, I think it was 2003, 2004, my mother and my brother were in a very bad car wreck. You know, she was pulling out on Long Hollow, and some dude came flying around the corner and then tried to say he was only going 10 miles an hour. But listen, 10 miles an hour doesn't sling a car all the way across the road and put him in a ditch. It just doesn't do that, right? So that happened to my mother. My brother, cut up pretty bad. My mom lost a lot of blood. And one of the things that we want to know is, like, how in the world did they survive that big of a lick? And it came down to it, the safety of the car.
Yep.
The car held up the way it was supposed to. The safety features did their job, and that's why it didn't cave in on my mother and my brother. So one of the things that I want to emphasize is the safety that you get with a Rusty Wallace Honda. If you're buying a new car or a used car, for that youngster that's coming up through the ranks, ready to get that license, make sure that you put them in something from Rusty Wallace Honda.
I love
You know what my mom did after that wreck? Went and bought the same car. And she drove that car for 14 years. And then they bought from Rusty Wallace again about a year ago.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She had to raise you in that car.
What does that have to do with the safety features on a whip?
Well, I mean, she had to protect you, Jake. That smile. Protect it. Had to protect you from people. You scare people sometimes.
I scare people sometimes. Why do I scare people?
Them wrinkles, man.
These wrinkles. Those are dimples. That is a dimple. That's a dimple.
It's whatever you say. Let's go, babe.
Let's get it.
Just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I have to give Jake a hard time. Last show here for a while.
Are you ready for our guest picker?
I'm ready. Where is this guy at?
Do you know who our guest picker is?
I have no clue. Matthew wouldn't tell me because he's a sissy.
Why are we? Golly.
Matthew wouldn't tell me, guys. I'm mad. Is it?
I'm not telling you.
Who is it? Where's he at?
He's here. Let's hit a break, and we'll get him in here. Stay with us. Jake Miller Sports Talk continues right here on WLAF. Charlie's Pizza in Jacksboro is my favorite place to get my pizza for every Tennessee and Campbell County game day. Let me tell you a little bit about Charlie's, okay? First of all, they've been in business since 1976. That is 50 years of serving Campbell County and ensuring you get the best possible experience when it comes to your game day cuisine. If you want to know what to get, it's simple. Get just the standard pepperoni pizza. But then there's a little kick that you can add to it. And what you want to do is you want to add buffalo sauce, red pepper flakes, and an extra layer of cheese. That's Jake's way. That's the best way to get your pizza. Charlie's Pizza, Jacksboro, Tennessee, 423-562-0116. And let them know you heard about them right here on Jake Miller Sports Talk.
America's best pizza is just right here in Campbell County. People from all over the country travel to Campbell County for Charlie's Pizza. Maybe it's the handmade crust, maybe it's the fresh ingredients, or maybe it's just the friendly service and good times. Come see for yourself and find out what makes Charlie's Pizza the best around.
This is Joe Evans from Charlie's Pizza. We've been open since 1976, and we have the best pizza in town, so come down and see us.
Let's talk about something we've all experienced, but maybe you don't think about quite enough. You are simply not the same you when you're too hot or too cold. Think about it. When you're in a room just sweltering in sweat, or if you're wrapped up in layers just trying to stay warm, how well are you really focusing? Research actually backs this up. Studies show that working and living in a comfortable temperature always actively increases your cognitive function, cuts down on silly mistakes, and completely eliminates the physical distractions of fighting the climate in your own house. If you want to be in the best mood, the most productive, let's face it, the most patient version of yourself, you have to prioritize your everyday comfort. That means leaning on our friends at Martin and Epler to take care of your heating and air needs. They're the trusted professionals in their field, and they know exactly what it takes to keep your home feeling perfect. And listen, you absolutely do not want to wait in the dead humid of the summer to make sure that you have your air conditioning fixed when it's on its last legs. A mid-July breakdown is a miserable experience and completely unnecessary. More than that, extreme heat is dangerous, contributing to thousands of preventable medical emergencies and fatalities in the United States each year. Don't leave your family's comfort to chance. Martin and Epler will come out and perform comprehensive preventative maintenance on your unit to make sure it won't fail you in a critical time of need. I can tell you from personal experience that I trust them. I have seen the high quality work that they do, and they do not disappoint. Give them a call today at 423-951-6249. That's 423-951-6249. Let's talk about Slick's Barbershop. At Slick's, they believe that getting a haircut shouldn't just feel like another errand on your list. It should be something that you actually look forward to. Whether you're coming in for a classic cut, a tight fade, or a traditional straight razor with a hot towel, they don't rush the process. They take the time to do it right. They got Nelson, Skylar, and 7 in the chairs. And they are dedicated to delivering top-tier work every single time. If you want to step it up, ask about the Manor Special. It's the full treatment. Hair, beard, eyebrows, and a splash of premium cologne to finish it off. They also do a great job on the father and son package, which is perfect for keeping you and the young man looking razor sharp together. More than the cuts, it's about the atmosphere. It's a place to sit back, talk, laugh, and walk out feeling brand new. They bring that classic barbershop tradition to the modern day. Walk-ins are welcome, or you can skip the wait and secure your spot online at slicksbarbershop.com. Stop by and see them at 1409 Jacksboro Pike. Looking sharp, feeling confident, that's how I feel. They'll see you in the chair.
Campbell County's premier sports radio and TV talk show is on the air. This is Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLAF.
Final segment of the program. Jake Miller Sports Talk WLAF, pleased to be joined by Campbell County head basketball coach Brad Honeycutt. Coach, how we doing?
Doing great. Glad to be here. This is going to be a lot of fun. Thank you all for having me out.
Absolutely. It is time for the picks from Slicks. It's one of my favorite things that we get to do. And first of all, I want to make it clear once again, Matthew, this is your favorite header to put up just because I've had to read this so many times throughout the years in radio. Guys, we do not encourage anyone to go and place a wager on any sports betting site. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, call Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. And, Coach, we got a couple things to talk about here. You know, we got college football coming up in a couple weeks, of course.
Thank goodness.
Our Campbell County Cougars getting set to do battle this Friday in a much, much better situation than what they were last year. So we're really looking forward to that. So tell us, what are you the most excited about with football season, college and high school?
Oh, man. Number one, the Cougars. I'm pumped about going to watch them tomorrow night. I think I'm going to get to help keep chains, so I'm excited about that. It's always cool to be down there close to the action. But
boy, do I have a task for you.
Okay. Well, it's going to be fun. Hopefully we move the ball a lot. We're running up and down the sidelines a lot, but Coach Owenby, he's going to do a great job. He's had another year with them, and we're hearing a lot of positive things just in the school and from the players. I feel like they're more upbeat than they were last year, and more confident. So I'm really fired up about tomorrow night, and then, of course, my balls as well.
Absolutely. Are you ready to do our picks by Slicks?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, so first we're going to go, and we're going to be asking multiple people in the community what their picks are going to be, And I think you recognize a few of the names on this list.
I've
too.
recognized
Let's
several
see
names.
those.
Yeah, I'm way smarter than any of them, so I'm confident tonight.
Especially that JP right there.
Adam Ellison.
I was thinking about this RB.
Ryan
guy.
Browning. And y'all are desperate. Y'all are desperate. We'll do it.
And then, of course, our friends at Rusty Wallace Honda, they're going to be doing this as well.
Okay, great.
So, ACC champion for the year. I'm going to go with Miami. Poston, who you got?
I agree 100%. I think Miami's got it. I mean, I don't think anybody else is on their level right now.
Yeah. See, I had a dark horse. I was going to do SMU, but Matthew picked SMU.
Okay, we can't do that then.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matthew.
Coach,
well,
what do we think?
I'm probably going to go with the obvious here in Miami. It just seems everything I read, everything you hear on ESPN, everywhere, CBS, they're head and shoulders above anybody else in the ACC this year. Probably not a ton of super strong competition, but that being said, I mean, Miami could make a national championship run. Who knows? They are really good, though.
I'm still salty about taking over the turnover chain, but
yeah.
we can get over that. All right. The Big Ten champion. I have went with Oregon. Matthew has went with Ohio State.
I'm going to go with Oregon, personally. I'm
All
not
right.
cutting in front of you. I'm going to go with Oregon. I just feel, as dominant as Ohio State is, it just feels kind of like they're kind of on a little bit of a downturn, and Oregon's heading the other direction, and I think Oregon's way overdue. So, Oregon.
I agree 100%. Oregon, too. Oregon's always been that team where they always make their run in the playoff time. I mean, they're got a great coach, got a great culture. He builds this team up ready to play for playoffs. I mean, there's never been a time where they don't play well.
It's always like they're right on the cusp.
Always.
We
Right
just
there.
haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
So,
Tough team.
always knocking on the door. This might be the year.
And then this next one, I feel like, the Big 12, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
What have they done? Like, it's just like, okay, they've.
I agree 100%.
It's like
money.
It's like they're getting top 10 recruits. They're,
Yeah.
they're going to be right there in it. It's like, that has to be the obvious choice.
Obvious for me is Texas Tech. I feel like they, especially when NIL came in, they got tired of being in A&M shadow and Texas Longhorn shadow, and now they're able to fix that financially with money, and here they are. So, yeah, Texas Tech for me.
Man. Who else is in there? I forgot, like all the...
I think BYU's the next competitor, like somebody put there, but yeah. I think
Friends at Blue Detailing.
Yeah, Blue Detailing picked
I mean,
BYU. It's a good pick, too.
It is a very good pick. I have to agree with Brad. Texas Tech, I mean, that's the only team you hear about in the news. That's the only team you hear about on ESPN that has a chance in anything. You got to think, too, basketball, too. That's a very good basketball school.
It is a good basketball school.
But, the life of NIL, everybody's starting to equal up now. It ain't just Tennessee with Texas Tech. It's Texas Tech could beat Tennessee now with NIL. So I give it Texas Tech.
I'm with you, and they could be a mainstay just because of NIL. I mean, they probably are going to be a mainstay as long as the rules are the way they are, unless they tweak something. But yeah, I think Texas Tech clearly.
And speaking of schools that have money, I'm going to give you a dark horse candidate in this as well. Even though they've not done well as of late, Iowa State.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Okay. They've been in some fairly decent bowl games here lately, haven't they? But yeah, wouldn't surprise me either. I don't know when they play. I'm sure. I mean, assuming they're in the same side of their conference, they'll play at some point this year. But Iowa State, there you go. That'd be cool. I like parity. So
absolutely,
bring it on.
It's interesting.
And then, of course, the SEC champion Matthew and I have both went with Georgia. Travis Ballou has actually said Texas.
I'm leaning towards Georgia. I feel like you've lit a fire under Georgia the last what they've been out of the national championship how many years in a row now? I know it's not a lot, but it's been it's enough for them.
It's enough. That's why I said
really
so.
Until Sarkisian does it, he's not won an SEC title, right? Since he's been in the SEC, and I know that Manning looked a whole lot better last year towards the end of the year, but really until he proves that he's as dominant as everybody says he is, and Sarkisian's the type of coach that Texas expects him to be. Kirby's proven. I'm going with Kirby.
As much as I hate to do this, man, I think LSU's legit.
Going with first-year head coach.
I really do. Hey. As much as I can't stand him, can't even stand to look at him, can't stand to hear his name. Hope he comes kneeling and gets rocked. But
that man would crawl on glass to get back to Neyland Stadium.
He would love it. But we're going to beat him this year, but somehow, some way. But
maybe we'll be their only loss.
Hopefully. I agree with him on the Texas thing. I don't think Texas is a real deal. I don't think they're really much to worry about for Tennessee. I mean, I know that Arch Manning, he's going to he's going to play well at times, but I don't think he's legit. I really don't. He's not proven himself to me as a player. I don't think he'll be able to handle Neyland's pressure. But, you know, Texas, like I said, the coach hasn't proved anything. He's not won a national. He's not won conference. He's been in SEC. Georgia, I know Georgia's Georgia, but I think Kirby Smart still has holes. You know, his defense. If his defense ain't good, his offense definitely ain't good. He's never had a really legit offense. His defense has always backed it up. You know, that's what killed Tennessee last year was their defense. It's killed us every year. So it's you know, but I really think the LSU's got a lot of talent. NIL's helped them a lot. Everybody's kind of bought into what Lane Kiffin's bringing there. Do I think Lane Kiffin lasts LSU? No, but I think he's bought people in for this year.
I'm going to give you a hot take here. So everyone wants to, you know, put a lot of attention on Texas, and they get it every year. I mean, it's, you know, kind of one of those deals. It's like Notre Dame. It's like, who's going to be in the top 10 this year? Well, you can go ahead and pencil in Notre Dame because of the NBC contract. But Texas has always kind of been that same way, and people say great things about Sark. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but what has he really done in big-time football?
Not much.
You're right, and he's at a place where you feel. I never want to say it's easy to succeed, but is
The
there an
resources are there.
easier place to succeed than Texas
No,
in college
it's
football?
supposedly the mecca of college football.
Yeah, so.
And then you look at this team below them in Poston's pick. What has that guy ever done?
You're right when you get down to it. I mean, I think he's played the perfect game over the years to keep the attention on him and I guess you could say the aura around him everywhere he's been, even the 1 year he was at Tennessee. But as far as actual
That was
results,
so fun.
oh gosh, I still remember sitting in my living room. My wife and I weren't even married yet. We were still dating. We were at her house in her living room, and I got a text, and I told her father-in-law was sitting beside me. I said, Kiffin just stepped down. I mean, Kiffin's leaving. So we were all in shock. I've still got a picture of that headline from the paper somewhere.
Oh, yeah, and it had snowed that week, too, so we were snowed in.
I didn't remember that, but okay. I mean, never forgive him for that, will we?
Oh, no. I can't stand it. And I'm going to that game, guys. He'll remember Caden Post.
Yeah, you'll be there. Just don't throw anything.
I ain't going to throw nothing, I promise.
All right.
I promise.
Well, and the thing with that, it's like, my whole thing with that has always been, if you throw an empty water bottle, it's like, okay, well, that's stupid, but go ahead. If you throw a full water bottle or a full Michelob Ultra from the top deck, that's a projectile.
It could hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I was actually at that game. That's one of the games I went to, and we almost left when it got down towards the end because I thought they're going to call the game. There's no way they're going to finish it. And they finally got the field cleared, and we stayed and saw the final play when was it Joe Milton ran out of bounds?
Right, yeah.
Thanks, Joe. But anyway, sorry, carry on.
But I mean, you got to think about it though. Good coaches can win when they have a lot of talent. That's why I say LSU does have a lot of talent right
They
now.
do. They do.
As much as I hate
Would it
them.
shock me if they won the SEC? I'd probably be mad about it, but I wouldn't be floored.
Yep.
So.
You want to hear a fun stat about, or a fun fact about that game?
Yeah.
So Mark Curl's the head official of that game. He always seemed to find himself in controversy.
Yep.
Okay.
Go back to the 2012, or not 2012, but I guess it's been 2010 LSU game. The Dooley's Dozen, where we had 13 guys on the field.
Yeah.
Guess who didn't throw the flag immediately on that play and caused the ruckus after the game?
Wow.
It was him.
Okay.
And then guess who got put on suspension for terrible calls in the Florida-Arkansas game in 2008 that were blatant, just terrible calls?
Yeah.
It was him. Have you seen him officiate a football game since?
You know, they say, and people say they should hold these officials accountable for this and for that. Well, they kind of do. I think it's just mainly a lot of times behind the scenes. Because won't they say just vaguely or they'll just say some officials have been disciplined or suspended, but they don't typically name names.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, obviously him. But, yeah, so they do.
You put a face in front of me, I'll figure out what the name is. Matter of fact, Matthew, if it's after the game and we get absolutely just torched on a bad call to end the game, I will find the official, and I will get an interview with the official.
We were at a game at Neyland one time, and I left early. This has probably been within the last – I may have been at college at UT, actually, when it happened. But those officials, if they still do it, the second that game is over, they run straight out that tunnel, straight onto a 15-passenger van, and they are gone, like immediately with police escorts. They're gone. I mean, they're out of that stadium before you can snap your fingers. Probably going back to the hotel to, change and everything. But, yeah, they get them out of there fast.
They know how crazy we are.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely. And, of course, it is time for the nitty-gritty of it all. We have 4 high school games, and we're going to post this graphic to Facebook, and we're going to keep up with everybody's record throughout the year. So, Brad, unfortunately, you're going to have to share a record with whoever we pick after you.
Oh, boy.
But you have a chance right now to start them 4-0.
All right. I can try.
Matthew, go ahead and put the headset on, good sir, because your picks are in as well. All right. First game we got, it's actually going on right now. We have, and I somehow misspelled Baloo Detailing in that. Travis, I'll buy you a pizza. First game we have Powell and Anderson County. I'm going to go with Powell. Matthew's gone with Powell. Chad Campbell has gone with Powell. I think we got those last 2 switched up there. I did. That's on me, Matthew. But Anderson County and Powell. Caden Poston, who you rocking with tonight? And do not cheat because that game has already started.
I didn't look at it. Did not look at it. I got to go with Anderson County. It's at Anderson County. That place is tough to play at. They're going to be fired up. Fans are going to be fired up. I think it's going to be too much for Powell to handle this year.
Coach, what we got?
Interesting. You know, that's a tough one, too, because it is at Anderson County, which I think does even the playing field a little bit, but I'm going to go with Powell on this one. I just have a feeling Powell's going to come out of there with a win early in the year.
So the reason for my pick, I'm just going to call it like it is. Of course, Powell got in trouble about, 6 years ago, roughly? Well, here's the thing with Matt Lowe. Matt Lowe is a very nice guy. If you see him in Kroger off Emory Road, he'll be nice to you. If you step on that other side of Matt Lowe, it's all on you.
Yeah.
If Matt Lowe wants to rack up 100, he will rack up 100. And the next game we have is Oak Ridge Halls. Caden Poston, who you got?
Man, you know, Halls is a very good football team. Got a lot of talent. We've seen a lot of talent come out of there. But, man, Oak Ridge is Oak Ridge. It's hard to beat Oak Ridge. You got a very good player on that team that's going to UT next year. He's got a lot of potential. You know, he's got a lot on his shoulders.
Big old kid.
Yeah.
And he's there to prove something to Josh Heupel, saying, hey, you know, I'm glad you picked me because I'm going to prove it to you this year. I just think Oak Ridge will be too much for Halls this year.
Well, he's actually going up against a Clemson commit. Terrell Chandler.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Halls, he was a former basketball player at Halls, but I think now he's, thankfully,
Well,
just
that guy at
football.
Oak Ridge. That guy at Oak Ridge played basketball.
He did. And you know what? What's crazy is he played basketball at Oak Ridge and he came off the bench.
Yep.
So,
golly.
A high-level D1 power,
crazy.
whatever they call it now, Power 5, Power 6, and he's coming off the bench.
shook
So
that
He hit the
kid's-
genetic lottery.
Yes, he did.
I've
He
shook
did.
that
But
kid's
yeah.
hand. He's
Yeah.
going to be popular.
Yeah,
and
he's
I've
going to
shook
be
his
good.
hand.
He's going to be good.
Got Oak Ridge?
Yeah, I'm going to go Oak Ridge. Yeah.
All righty, we're going to go Oak Ridge. That's Oak Ridge across the board. Nobody has any confidence in Halls.
Yeah.
Do love me some of that food out there, though. They got some good food.
Got good food.
They do.
Got good
They do.
food, man.
One of the few Mr. Gaddies still left, you know?
Yep.
If you want to go Gaddies, you got to go to Halls.
You might not feel too great after
No,
the fact.
you might not. You might
But
not.
at the
But
end of the
it's
day,
good,
you know what it
man.
is? It's Gaddies.
Exactly.
And then, of course, the next one we got Maryville and Alcoa. Now, when we were making these picks, Matthew made a solid point to me. It's like, Alcoa is beatable. Obviously, we saw what happened last year at the end of the year. And Maryville has a transfer whose grandfather actually happens to be Philip Fulmer.
Yep.
They do.
Moving up to 6A ball.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, when you think of football in Blount County,
Yeah.
even though Alcoa's won the last 11, I still think of Maryville.
Yeah.
Like just the tradition, the pageantry, the way that community gathers around that football team, it's Maryville. So I respect your pick, Matthew. But I'm going with Alcoa. Who you got?
I'll go with Matthew on this one. I'm going Maryville.
You're going to go Maryville.
Let's see. You know, we've like you said, we've seen at the end of the year, Alcoa's still got a little bit of, you know, can lose. I mean, it's not impossible to beat them. Maryville will be fired up. Maryville's got a good football program. I mean, they build it up enough to where they can beat Alcoa.
I agree, and I don't know. I don't know if Alcoa's regular season schedule memorized, but I would assume Maryville is the best team on their schedule this year, and I think that last year the game in Anderson County proved to them that they can lose. And
Right.
you know, you're going. I think the game's at Maryville tonight. It is at Maryville, but I think that I'm going to go with Maryville. I'm going to go with. I don't know if
All
you
right.
called an upset.
Yeah.
Maryville's got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Maryville
Brad
tonight.
knows. Brad
They're
knows.
due. Maryville's got several D1 linebackers among what else they have. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Maryville. I'll do an upset.
I love this guy.
Well, and two, Alco, we actually just talked about, they're technically still by the numbers of 3A school, but they choose to play 4A.
Yes, they do. They do. They moved up last year. I forgot about that.
So they're not afraid of competition.
No, they're not. They're not. I'd always heard this, that they'd have a lot of trouble getting people to play them, and that's part of the reason they moved up.
Yeah.
Is to fill up their schedule with more region games because they couldn't get enough out of region games to fill a schedule. So,
right.
Anyways, I don't blame people, but yeah.
And then we have the showdown on the hill, and if you look at the graphic, the third one down here. And I said, Chad, you're sponsoring a Campbell County show. How could you go with Lenore City? Well, of course, Chad, member of Grace Baptist Church.
Okay.
And he was around for the Rusty Bradley era there.
Okay.
And he said, it's more so than anything, he's just a sneaky guy.
Yeah.
I've
always heard that. He's a genius when it comes to football.
Yep.
He is. But I'll talk about that in a second, because I think it's going to take a little time.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Poston, what do you think?
Give me the Cougars, man. We've talked about it on this show for 3 to 4 weeks. This team's different. This team is different. They're stronger. They're quicker. They're mentally stronger. They're excited. They're hungry. Going off a 0-10 season last year, they're hungry. And I can see it in their eyes as we were doing that interview just a few minutes ago. They're different. And I really think they're going to prove it tomorrow night, 1-0 tomorrow night.
Coach, how we feeling?
It could be awesome. And again, the Rusty Bradley, the mad scientist when it comes to the passing game. But I think that a system like that he runs is going to take time to implement.
Yep.
And you just don't see that type of system being implemented in 1 year. So I don't think it's going to be as well-oiled tomorrow night as it might be 2 or 3 years from now. The Cougars are fired up. They're at home. They owe Lenore City one from last year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Coach Owenby's locked in. The players are locked in. I'm going Cougars, and I'm going to be on the sideline to watch it. So I'm excited. I get to hear Lenore City get mad over there behind me.
And then, of course, Matthew has picked Campbell County as well. And let me tell you right now, everybody knows who I'm going to pick, but I'm going to tell you why this team is going to win tomorrow. Obviously, you have an entirely different lineup, an entirely different group of kids, an entirely different level of discipline, and a different motivation out of each and every player that is going to don that blue jersey with the hill across the chest.
Yes, sir.
You have a completely revitalized coaching staff that has put their heart, their soul, every bit of football knowledge and energy they have into these kids. They're going to take off that belt, and they're going to whip Lenore City up one side of the field and back down the other. Campbell County wins 45-17 tomorrow night. Boys, let's go make it happen.
I'll take it.
Let's get it done. This is Jake Miller Sports Talk. We will see you next week right here on WLAF.